Right, so I can hear you all saying, where was you yesterday? I have a confession to make. Yesterday, I went to my daughter's for Christmas dinner because we are in the bubble. I'm a support and I'm not a drinker. I had one glass of wine, but unbeknownst to me, my granddaughter kept topping it up. So I spent Christmas Day, or 3 hours of it at least, in my granddaughter's bed, sleeping it off. I actually slept through lunch and she had to microwave my dinner. So I had full intentions when I came back of doing you a read, but it didn't happen. I am paying for it and I am very repentant. So that explains why there was no read yesterday, and I'm very sorry. Right, where are we? Got some new cards, gifts from my son, which I shall be doing a random read with today to make up for yesterday at some point. So here we go. Your wild card for the 26th. '26 is the Strength card. Some say the Leo card. It is the Leo card only because it's the 8th month, but the Leo on the card is not there for that reason. Well, on some decks it's a card. It's a lion, sorry. In others maybe not. But if there is a lion on the card, it is about the struggles that you come up against. Power struggles, being able to express yourself from the heart and fighting the demons within and without. So, here we go. So, someone needs to be able to stand on their own 2 feet. Normally this is a female, Whether or not, because it's a random read, it is important or not, this is a male. So it may be that a male has to stand on his own 2 feet. 9 years is mentioned. Or it may be a single male. Somebody is dealing with something that's coming back from the past that needs to be settled. It's described as a toothache patched up when an extraction was required. For some of you may literally need a dentist, but for others of you, it's an issue that you've glossed over and it's coming back. Those born on the 20th, living or past it for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. It could be medical matters because we have, I like to think this is a nurse, it can be a doctor, priest or lawyer, female. It's also a divorced or widowed female. It's also Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, could be any of those or just one. In this deck, unusually she's blonde, so I always think that is important because usually she's dark. The Queen of Swords is dark. But she is very cutting with her words. Sometimes this is a woman scorned when she's reversed like this. She is out for revenge. And then we have the power struggle, possibly with the Leo, not being able to express yourself, problems with the heart and back. It could be that someone, say it was your mother or your mother-in-law, they may constantly, whenever an issue comes up, say somebody was trying to leave home, the mother would say that, oh, my heart problems. They made a joke out of it in the 70s. And so then they don't leave. It's a power struggle. It's also illness and bad temper. So again, the medical matters. Those born on the 8th or the 26th, which is today. Again, medical matters, because the magician is, he has the staff of the medical field, that's the insignia. It's somebody wearing a false mask, a liar, a deceiver, somebody being negative all the time, constantly bringing others down. It can be depression. I sometimes see it as drug addicts or someone you have suspicions about. Justice will be served. So we have Gemini and Libra and Leo. Justice will be served. There may have been issues with the lines in the marital home, which will be healed by justice. Gemini rules communications, hands, arms, shoulders, and siblings, so there could be issues there. Balance is needed because we've got both the Justice and the Temperance. So Sagittarius is mentioned as well. Overcoming addictions could be to a way of life, could be to gambling, alcohol, drugs, which this card can mean addictions. Someone who's a drug addict or someone who's a criminal type person. It can be shopaholics, alcoholics, like I said, drug addicts, or just an addiction to a way of life. You've been put to the test and you will come out the other side much stronger. And there again, we have the Leo. So this is the Leo's card. The Queen of Wands represents the Leo, but it's a fire sign anyway, so it could be Sagittarius and it could be Aries, but there's no mention of them otherwise. So probably about a Leo and a Sagittarius. This lady's very financially orientated. She demands respect. She demands a certain level of life. She has to be the centre of attention, and she doesn't beg for it. She expects it. The hips and thighs are mentioned, so again it could be medical issues. So hips, thighs, heart, back, hands, arms and shoulders, medical issues. And teeth. The numbers we have are 20 negative, 8 and 26 negative, 1 and 28 negative, 11 and 14 positive. Someone is coming out of a nightmare situation and or sleepless nights. They have grown as a person or a soul. There is happiness and social gaiety because they've decided to walk away. Because sometimes the only way to grow, you can't live in barren lands, you can't grow in barren lands, is to walk away. Mothers, mother-in-laws, mothers of your children could be involved. It's fertility. Those born on the 3rd or the 30th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. Someone needs your blessing to leave the home. So like I said at the beginning, it could be a young man that's quite able to stand on his own 2 feet now, financially, so wants to move out, but the mother energy is not wanting this to happen. It looks like he's going anywhere, but he just wants her blessing. It can also be a pregnancy for some, because we have the fertility and the yes card, 9 months. So wishes and dreams can come true, but it could be a new beginning in general. Those born on the 3rd or the 30th, if I didn't say it, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. Wishes and dreams can't come true until you address this issue from the past. Just mentioned it twice. Something is haunting you. In the case of the young man, it could be that the father has passed because she is a widow or a divorcee, or the father has left the home, and that is why the mother feels like she does, because of abandonment issues. So you have to face the elephant in the room. The Pandora's box has to be opened so that chaos can ensue. And with that chaos comes hope, healing and freedom. So don't cave in to the emotional blackmail. Those born on the 17th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. It rules the ankles and the legs. So again, the health issues, possibly. It's groups and the wider society. So unable to get out into the world, but maybe because of lockdown. It's a very disappointing situation. It's not how you would want it to be, but you've played your part in this. So now you have to come to the proverbial bridge and cross it. You've got to face the elephant in the room. And it's going to cause conflict, I'm afraid, which is such a shame. But if you don't do this, you will never break free. Yeah, and there again we have the balance. So that's twice they've given us the Sagittarius energy, the 14, positive energy. You've gone through a lot of struggles and you've come out stronger on the other side. You know, I've learned from your mistakes and you have faith in yourself. A change is coming whether you like it or not, and it will be for the better. Those born on the 10th, living or past date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. The number of majors, again, is overpowering. So it's a fate taking a hand. They are turning the wheel in your favour. Those born on the 10th and the 14th, positive energy. And then we have the lockdown card. Again, the 9th, positive energy. So that gives us the 9th, 10th, 11th, possibly of next month, because I never ignore it when it's in sequence. It's the Virgo card. It is looking for the wren in the snow, because that will be a sign from Spirit. This is following your true path, not concentrating on material things, because they don't matter. All that matters, which we should have learnt yesterday on Christmas Day, is the people we love and those that we spend time with. You are not meant to walk this next part of the journey alone. So Spirit are going to send you a guide in spirit or flesh who will walk beside you so you do not stumble and fall. It's hospital doors, so maybe there is a health issue. That should not mean that you put your life on hold. Because it's an issue that can be sorted because it's the right way up. Can be about the abdomen and the intestine. Well, it is about the abdomen and the intestines, but it's your gut instinct. You may have to travel within yourself to find yourself, or outside of the family unit. And I think somebody wants to leave the family unit. As born on the 9th or the 27th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. Then they've doubled up on the 9 of Pentacles again. And this is a codependent situation. So whilst you are strong enough to walk away on your own, someone isn't. Someone needs you for something other than love. They are dependent on you, possibly because of the addiction. Addiction, like I say, to a way of life or other substances. So they blackmail, really. They need to keep you under their control. And there is control issues. There's also a cancer. The breasts, which is healing the breasts, being focused on your true path and going towards success. So the positive energy is the 7th or the 25th. So again, we've got the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, the 11th. So next month, I will have a look at the astrology because there's something going on there. But it is anybody born on the 7th, 25th, living or past date for your diary and address. Cancers and the home and the ancestors, what they want for you. And there will be an emotional separation. A choice needs to be made. Someone doesn't want to make that choice. Those born on the 6th or the 24th, living or past date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. So again, it's Gemini energy. Communication is massively important, but there's a lot of negative communication. Someone feels bound to something they don't want to be bound to anymore, which is leaving them in limbo, because this is the death card, the 13. So again, the only one we're missing is the 12. 9th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 13. Scorpio energy. It's grieving the loss or grieving this separation. Take time to grieve it before you move forwards. Whatever kind of separation it is. You've gone from the caterpillar. You no longer fit in this situation as the caterpillar. But you haven't got your wings yet because someone is blocking your growth. So it also includes the medical issues of the reproductive organs and shared resources. So maybe that's what's stopping you moving forward, is the shared resources. This person, possibly the mother, can't live without your money. But you are moving on to a better place, away from the conflict. Someone's very confused about this separation. So, what I would like to do is use one of my new cards, but they're very complicated, so I'm not going to do that. We're going to leave that for the random read, and we'll do the usual. And there it is. We're at a crossroads still. And this is what they've been leading up to all year, isn't it? That all of us in some way are at a crossroads. And going back to the scenario of the young man, he has to decide what happens next. There is no reason why he can't leave home, but he feels the guilt, or the wrong guilt, because he's not guilty of anything. He just wants to live his life. There is no reason why he can't still financially in some way help his mother if that's what's needed, or find a way to reconcile leaving in his own head. You can't live someone else's life. You have to live your own. But it's something that you will have to visit within yourself and find a way to make peace with it. The mapmaker of destiny appears. You're being given the opportunity to transform fate into your destiny. At birth, each human being is given a unique map with a myriad of paths that intersect one another. Your map of destiny shows all the places that you're meant to visit and all the places where you will be challenged to evolve to the highest aspect of yourself. Remember that you are a spark of the divine, come to earth to experience itself in human form. As such, your path is unique. It's also somewhat preordained, and fate represents the events of your life that were meant to happen and that cannot be changed. Fate is transformed into destiny according to how you respond to these circumstances, so your choices and their consequences. Destiny offers you the ability to make great opportunities out of fated experiences, so free will and choice are possible. But you have put yourself in this nightmare situation. You have to overcome the addiction to this way of life, or they do. Now is one of those times you are faced with a relationship or circumstance brought to you by fate. How you respond will lead you to your perfect destiny. Your ally may assume the form of a soulmate, come to heal your heart and be your companion. Perhaps your challenger makes you face the things within you that you must change in order for you to express your highest good. Yes. Maybe fate brings you an ally in the form of a wonderful new project, or a challenger in the form of a failed business. No matter which form they take, all are perfect expressions of fate inviting you to your destiny. So pay attention as your map unfolds now, and remember that fate makes the map, but destiny is determined by the manner in which you engage. Jupiter again brings abundance. Where is she? There she is. The abundance. Number 7, which is the Chariot. So we've had that. Stay focused. It may be control issues. Jupiter brings abundance. And it is the Wheel of Fortune. So again, thank you, Spirit, for doing a brilliant job. The lips of the wise are the doors of a cabinet. No sooner are they opened, but treasures are poured out before thee. So if you open that Pandora's box, the treasures will be poured out before you. Expect the doors to swing open. By far the largest and most magnanimous of all the heavenly bodies in the solar system is the Roman Pantheon. You can be assured that luck is on your side. Fortune will shine on you. You are being given not only a gift but a lift, if not divine help. Blocks will be removed as you wield influence through your own positivity and goodwill. This is certainly an astrological lucky break, but you won't be able to kick back and rest on your laurels. Instead, you will be required to attend to what you set into place and keep the positivity and attention flowing. So stay positive about it and try and make the person that doesn't want to give their blessing positive about it. You must continue to nurture the energies of the projects or events you have started, otherwise they will fall into entropy or decay, so you may miss out on an opportunity that you really want. When it comes to providence and fortune, there is always a payment due, and some toil or sacrifice on your part, so do keep this in mind. You are on your way, just don't neglect things or become lax in your endeavours, which are traits of Jupiter as well, meaning the possibility of taking important matters or people for granted. Because Jupiter can make you feel happy and complacent, you may have to watch out for weight gain or for other ways you indulge yourself and others. It is important to keep a watchful eye and not skim over the details of any matter. As Jupiter is strongly attached to the law. Yes, Sissy. Ideas of fairness. You may find your opinions and convictions rather strong at this present time. Jupiter represents largesse, so try not to become overbearing, as your attitude could sabotage all that you've worked for. So impatience and bad temper. If you feel at the moment you are in a dark period of time and you have drawn, which you do because of the nightmare situation, you've drawn the Jupiter card, be assured that blessings are on their way. Doors are opening. With generosity and faith, which is your 14 twice, it is a time to walk through them. The Jupiter card gives a positive spin to any read, so keep in mind regardless of the surrounding cards. There's a change in luck and fortune. Yes, there'll be high ideals and a sense of purpose. You do have the strength to go on even if you don't feel like it. Thanks for listening.